All right, so let's learn our first chord now. Now the first chord that we're going to be learning is called the E major chord, and I will put it right here so that you can see exactly what fret I'm on, which finger is on which fret, and on which string. Okay, so again, this is my first finger, my second finger, and my third finger. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off by taking our first finger and putting it on the third string, first fret. Okay, so before we finish building the E major chord, I just want to tell you how to fret the frets properly first. So you never want to have your finger all the way in the back of the fret like that. You always want to have it either in the middle, at least in the middle, or as close to the fret as possible. And the reason for that is that you won't need as much pressure to get the note out of the guitar as if you would need if you were back here. You can see I'm not getting a clear sound. Okay, the further forward I go, the clearer the sound becomes. Okay? Another thing that I want you to kind of play with a little bit is using your finger and first of all not applying pressure, and then slowly start to apply some pressure until the note starts to ring. And that way you're training your fingers to know how much pressure they need to get the note out of the instrument. Okay? A lot of beginner guitarists will clamp down as if their life was depending on it, and they're simply using much more strength than they actually need to get the note. Okay, so what I want you to do is kind of just play with it a little bit and see where that sweet spot is. Okay, all right, so let's continue building our E major chord now. So we already put our first finger on the first fret, third string. Now we're going to take our second finger, our middle finger, and put it on the fifth string, second fret. Okay? And then we're going to take our last finger, which is our ring finger, and put it on the second fret, fourth string. Again, I'm counting from the bottom up. Okay, we learned this, remember that. And in this case, we are going to be playing all 6 strings. Okay? With our next chord, which is going to be the A major, we're only going to be playing 5 strings, and I'm going to explain to you how you're going to know how many strings to play. Okay, so let's just focus on E major now, and then I'll show you that on the A major. So you can see I'm playing all 6 strings, and I'm holding down all of the notes. So a couple things are going to happen when you try to do this at home. Okay. The first thing is that you might be getting this kind of a sound, kind of a buzzy sound, and that means that you're not applying enough pressure. Okay, so we talked about this. You're going to have to apply a little bit more pressure to turn this sound into this sound. Okay? The other thing that's surely going to happen to you as a total beginner is that as you play these notes, the skin from this finger, so let's say I'm trying to get this note, the skin from this finger will most of the time automatically touch this string, and that's going to mute it out. Okay, so our big challenge now is to really use our fingertips. So you don't want to hold the strings like this. You want to really use the tips of your fingers and really try to keep them straight. Okay, so that you avoid touching the string under your finger. Okay, so with the E major chord, the major dangers are that either with your first finger you're going to be touching the second string, or with your ring finger you're going to be touching the third string. Okay, so that means you're going to hit a chord and the notes just aren't going to ring. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Take your thumb and just gently play each note as a single note. okay? Nice and slowly, nice and gently. And that way you're gonna be able to identify exactly which notes aren't ringing and which fingers are kind of the problematic fingers, okay? So play the notes as a single note, nice and slowly. And one more really important thing here is that I don't want you to get frustrated or stressed out when these problems that I describe start to happen to you, because these are typical beginner problems that every beginner goes through without exception, okay? So don't beat yourself up if the notes aren't all ringing perfectly or if it's just not working perfectly. It's a process that lasts a couple of months at the beginning until everything really starts to roll nicely and flow nicely. So don't beat yourself up. One more really important tip would be to, if you can, practice daily, even if it's for 10 minutes. So if it's 10, 20 minutes, that's great. Anything that's over that is even better, okay? So if you can practice daily, and what that's going to do is just train your muscle memory, and your fingers will really start to remember the form that they need to take to be able to grab and play these chords with ease, okay? All right, so that's our first chord, the E major chord. And once you've done the tests and strummed them one by one, then you can start. And what I'm doing, I'm using my thumb. I'm just gently stroking the strings with my thumb. Now, I know what you're probably asking. You're probably thinking, well, when do I start using a pick? Or how do I strum the strings properly? Because I always get that question. Don't worry about that for now. All we're focusing on now is just getting clean notes and using the skin on our fingers, on our right hand, to kind of really feel what's happening and feel which notes are ringing and which aren't, okay? Okay. So in the next lesson, I'm going to be showing you 2 more chords, and then we're going to start to kind of do our first little chord exercises, all right? And that's going to really get you playing very quickly, all right? Okay, I'll see you in the next lesson. Play with the E major chord, you know, and just experiment with getting nice and clear notes out of your guitar. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson. See you there. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Bye. All right, so how are you doing with that E major chord? Is it working for you? Can you get the notes to clearly sound and ring out? I really hope so. All right, so let's move on to A major now. So for A major, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our pinky for the 2nd string, our ring finger for the 3rd string, and our middle finger for the 4th string. And it's all on the 2nd fret. Now in some music books, you might see it like this, with your 3rd finger here, your middle finger here, and your 1st finger here, okay? And that's how I originally learned it as well. But I noticed that none of my favorite guitar players ever held it like that, and it took up so much space. So I recommend for you to do, and how I'm going to teach you and how I teach all my students, is to play A major like this, okay? So you can see it over here. And what we have to know now about the A major chord is that we're not playing the 6th string. Okay, so if you look at the box here, you'll see a little red X on the 6th string. And that's how you'll know in the chord books and in my chord book which strings you don't play. Okay, so with E major, before when we learned it, there were no X's, and that means that we play all 6 strings. And now that we're on A major, since there's an X, it means that we're only going to be playing 5 strings. So now our 5th string is going to be our lowest note ringing. Okay? Okay. So now again, we're going to be doing the same thing as we did with E major. We're just going to be slowly with our thumb playing the notes and trying to identify which notes are ringing and which aren't. So one other thing that you can see here now is that my middle finger clearly cannot be as close to the fret as I would kind of like it to be, since there just isn't enough space. So there will be times like that when you're simply not going to be able to kind of come as close as you'd like to the fret. All right, so don't worry about that. You might have to use a little bit more pressure with your middle finger, and that's a string that you might hear kind of making a buzzy sound, okay? So you're going to have to apply a little bit more pressure to get rid of that buzzy sound. And again, with your pinky here, you might be touching the first string. So those are kind of the things that you're going to have to look out for, all right? So again, don't be frustrated. Take your time. Slowly use your thumb to strum them, and everything will work out just fine. Okay, so now that you know A major and you know E major, our very first kind of big assignment is going to be just playing between those two chords. Okay? See that? Okay? And that's going to be your biggest challenge now as a beginner, to switch from one chord to another chord fast enough so that there isn't this huge gap of silence. Okay, so once you've done that, you are playing the guitar. Okay? So for now, I just want you to practice between E major and A major a little bit. And then I'm going to give you one more chord, and then we're going to be doing an assignment where you're going to be playing between the three of them, okay? So let's move on now to D major. So what I want you to do now is practice E to A a little bit, okay? Stop the video, practice it. And now let's learn the D major chord as well, okay? So the D major chord looks like this. We're going to be putting our middle finger on the second fret, first string. We're going to be putting our third finger on the second string, third fret, and we're going to be putting our first finger on the third string, second fret. And then we're going to be playing only the fourth string. So you can see now we have two X's. All right, and that means that we're going to be only playing 4 strings for this chord, okay? So D major is the hardest chord from these first 3 chords that I've given you so far, okay? So really, this is one that will definitely take you some time to learn, okay? So please give yourself time. It will take a couple of weeks, okay, until you feel comfortable with this. But know that if you stick with it and you don't give up, in a couple of weeks, you will be able to play these chords and they will sound really nice, okay? So try to stick to that 20-minute daily practice schedule, and you will definitely start to be able to switch between these chords not with ease, but it will start to happen for you, okay? Okay, so the first exercise that I gave you was going from E major to A, right? And now what I want you to practice, once that feels good, is going from D major to A major. So we're just going to be going D to A, okay? D to A, 2, 3, 4, and I'm doing 4 little gentle strums on each chord. All right, see that? Okay. All right, so now let's kind of put all of this together, and then I'm going to give you a different exercise that's going to kind of help your practice be a little bit more balanced, so that you have not just chords to practice, but some kind of melodic fun things as well that aren't as kind of hard for you now as a beginner. Okay, so we learned E to A, we learned D to A, and now your final assignment, once you feel good switching between E to A and D to A, and again, you're going to have to give yourself time. The final assignment now is going D, 2, 3, 4 to A, 2, 3, 4 to E, 2, 3, 4 to A, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing D 4 times, A 4 times, E 4 times, and then back to A 4 times. Okay? So once you're able to do that, you will really be quite advanced on your beginner guitar journey. Okay? There's just a couple more chords that you're going to have to learn, and then you're literally going to be able to play thousands of songs. Okay? That's my promise to you. Okay? So just to recap quickly, and then we're going to learn something fun and more easy. First of all, practice going from E major to A major. Then practice going from D major to A major. And then practice going from D major to A major to E major to A major. Okay? All right. Okay, so that's what I want you to slowly practice. Give yourself time. And it will happen for you. So now in the next lesson, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you this. Just so you have something nice and easy and fun to practice, so you're not just banging out these chords the whole time, okay? So let's get into the next lesson now, where I'm going to be showing you how to play that. All right, I'll see you there. Thanks for checking this lesson out, and good luck. If you have any questions ever, don't be shy. Feel free to contact me, and I will get back to you. All right? So please, I am your teacher, and I am here to support you. So don't be shy. I'm here for you. All right, see you in the next lesson. See you there. Bye-bye. Bye. All right, so how are you doing so far? Have you been enjoying the course? I hope that you have, and I hope that all of this is starting to not just make sense for you, but that you're really starting to experience success. So I just have a quick favor. If you have a second of time, could you just rate this course and let other people know if it's helpful for you, just in what ways it's been helping you and benefiting you. That would help me out a lot. Okay, so thank you for that. Let's get into the lesson now. So as I told you in the last lesson, we practiced E major to A major, D major to A major, and then we went from D to A to E to A, right? Remember that? I hope you've been practicing that, and I hope that it's been really starting to flow for you. So in this lesson, what I want to do is show you something simple that you can do as a kind of alternative practice, so that you're not just banging out these chords the whole time, and so that you have kind of a quick success experience. All right? So we're going to be learning this. My guitar's a little bit buzzy. That's because the action's really nice and low. All right, so it's going to go like this. So we're going to be using our first finger, and we are going to be playing the 6th string only at this point, okay? So I'm going to be telling you numbers. And when I say a number, it means the fret that you're going to be putting your finger on, okay? So if I say 3, I mean the 3rd fret. If I say 5, I mean the 5th fret. If I say 0, I mean you're going to play the open string with no finger on it. So now I just played the 6th string without a finger on it. Okay? So it's going to go like this. I'm going to go really slowly so that you have an easy time following along. So we're going to be playing 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Okay, one more time, really slow. 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Okay, a little bit up to tempo just so you can see how it'll sound once you practice it a little bit. So 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0, 2, 3, 4, 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Okay? So that's your first kind of little melody that you can play around with just to give you a break from all of those chords. So I'm going to give you one more now, just so you have kind of two different things to play around with that are simple and yet sound pretty cool, okay? And that people will recognize, right? So you can play it and they'll say, oh, I know that. So the next one, again, is going to be on the 6th string, and we're going to be playing 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. All right? And let me just give it a little bit of groove now so you can see how it sounds with a little bit of groove. So 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. Okay? All right? Okay, my guitar is buzzing quite a bit. Anyway, so those are your two kind of really fun things that you can practice now in between playing those chords. All right? So what we're going to be doing now in the coming up lessons is I'm going to be showing you a couple of new chords. Then we're going to be practicing those chords up, and then slowly we're going to get into some cool song chord progressions that you can use to play songs. And of course I'm going to be explaining you how to play songs. We're going to be adding in different strumming patterns. So it's all about to really become more practical and kind of a little bit more song orientated. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this short, fun little lesson, and I will see you in the next lesson. All right, I'll see you there. Take it easy. Bye-bye. All right, so I hope that that last lesson that I gave you is fun to play, and I also hope that you're really making improvements with your E major chord, with your A major, and with your D major. So now I'm going to give you another new chord called G major, and we're going to be practicing that one with D major in this next exercise, okay? So the G major goes like this. I'm going to be taking my pinky and putting it on the 1st string 3rd fret. I'm going to be taking my ring finger, putting it on the 2nd string 3rd fret. Then I'm going to be taking my 1st finger, putting it on the 5th string 2nd fret, and my middle finger on the 6th string 3rd fret. And with the G major, the beautiful thing with G is that, again, we can play all 6 chords. Now, G major was my very, very favorite chord as a beginner, and I still just love the sound of playing that open G. It's probably the most beautiful open chord. For beginners, a little bit more tricky than the E major and the D major, but you will see that after practicing a little bit, you will surely get it quite quickly, okay? So what we're going to be practicing in this next lesson here is going from G major to D major, okay? And what I want you to notice here is that this finger, my ring finger, is acting as an anchor. So you see that? I don't have to move that finger when I go from a D to a G. It's just anchoring here like that. Okay? So at the beginning, it might be hard for you to leave this finger down on the second string, third fret. But in time, it will really start to stay there. So don't give yourself a hard time if when you're trying to go from the G major chord to the D major chord, and this finger doesn't stay down as an anchor. If it just naturally wants to get up in the air, I know a lot of my students, that happens to them. So that's also totally normal, but I want to kind of plant that seed in your mind now that in time, you want to use this finger as an anchor, and it's going to allow you to switch more fluidly and kind of more accurately that way. Okay? Okay. So all you're going to do now in this exercise, and maybe for today or maybe the next couple of days as you practice, is just play G major to D major. Okay? G major to D major, right? And again, don't stop practicing D to A to E to A, as we already did in the previous lesson, okay? So this is just an additional exercise that we are going to be working on now, okay? And also, in between your practice sessions, don't be afraid to play some of these kind of funny things, fun things, so that you kind of have it a little bit balanced out, okay? All right, so in the next lesson, I'm going to be showing you another couple of chords, a couple of exercises, and once you've mastered these exercises, you will really, really, really be on your way to playing literally thousands and thousands of songs, okay? I promise you. So just stick with me. Be brave and tough now for the next couple of days, maybe week or two if you practice every day, and this stuff will really start to have a huge impact on your playing, okay? All right, so let's get into the next lesson now, and I'm going to be showing you some more new chords. And again, don't forget to practice G major to D major, all right? Plus what we've already done up till this point. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson. See you there. Bye. All right, so how are you doing so far? Let me know. Don't be shy. You can contact me. You can write me a message, and I would love to hear from you. Again, if you're enjoying this course, a review would really help me out a lot. It'll only take you 2 seconds to write a quick review, just so other people know that they can really learn the guitar in this course. All right, thanks so much. Let's get right into it. So we've done our D to A to E to A, we've done our G to D, and now it's time to learn A minor, our first minor chord. You can see it sounds much more sad than A major. See that? And let me just explain that really quickly to you. A major chord is always going to sound happy. So major, it's kind of like the sun's coming out. And then minor, now it's really starting to rain. Okay? Major, minor. Okay? So maybe try to remember it like that. Major is happy, cheerful. Minor is sad, kind of like depressing. And there are times when you can put minor chords in there to make them sound happy as well, but we're not going to get into that now. Okay, so A minor, we're going to be putting our first finger on the second string, first fret. We're going to be putting our third finger, our ring finger, on the second fret, third string, and our middle finger on the fourth string, second fret. And again, with A minor, we're only going to be playing 5 strings. Okay? Okay. So that's our chord for this lesson, the first one. And the second one is going to be what's called a C major chord. Okay? So the really beautiful thing about C major is that all we have to do when we're going from A minor to C major is just move this one finger back and forth. Okay? A minor, C major. See that? A minor, C major. And again, up to this point, I'm only using my thumb to strum just to keep things simple and so that you really focus on learning those chords for now. Don't worry, we're going to be getting into strumming. We're going to be putting a lot of salt and pepper into the whole mix here. But for now, I really just want you to focus on your chords and switching between chords. Okay? So practice that a little bit. And then you are really on your way to start playing lots of songs. So in the next lesson, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you your first strumming pattern that we're going to be using. And we're going to start off with easy chords, with easy progressions, and then we're going to kind of build up from there. Okay, so as I said, strumming is coming. Don't worry about it. Okay, so practice your A minor to your C major, and then we will get into some more fun stuff. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks for checking this one out. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so welcome to this next lesson. So what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be starting to do some strumming with you. So we are going to be using this strumming pattern. So I'm holding an E major right now, and I'm just going to use my thumb to strum for now, okay? And all I'm going to do is for a down stroke, I'm just going to gently stroke the string. For upstroke, I'm just going to gently move upwards and gently just stroke the string with the skin on my thumb. Okay, so we're not doing anything complicated. Don't overthink it. Just use the skin on your thumb to strum. So first of all, right now, what I want you to do is exactly that. Just grab an E major chord, take your thumb, and just do a down-up movement. Okay, just so your right hand gets used to doing upstrokes and not just downstrokes, okay? Again, I'm holding the E major chord. Alright. So the strumming pattern, once you have a nice feeling for just doing down, up, is going to go like this. Again, I'm holding the E major chord. We're going to be going down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So 4 times down, and then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that 5 is an upstroke. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay. And now the challenge here, and we're going to see if you did your homework now. The moment of truth is coming. So we're going from E major to A major. Okay, don't get scared. So here is a really important trick that helped me out so much as a beginner, and it also, of course, helps my students. So on that last upstroke, on that last number 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on that last 5, you can do something really cool, and it's going to buy you a lot of time. I actually call it buying time. So this is the buying time technique. So on that 5, what you can do with your left hand, you can lift it off and strum the string, do that last upstroke without your left hand being down on the guitar, okay? The only thing you have to be careful about is with those upstrokes, not to hit all 6 strings. Kind of go for the bottom 3 to 4 strings if you can, okay? And that'll sound really, really good without your left hand on it. So let me just demonstrate that for you really quickly now. And then I want you to start to slowly try to implement it on your own. So starting on the E major chord, down, 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 up. See that? My left hand is in the air. So down, 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 up. Now I'm on the A major, down, up. See that last up? My left hand was already in the air, traveling to the E major. So let me do it again. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. And again, I'm only going from E to A back and forth. Okay, so E major, down, 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 up. A major, down, 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 up. E major, down, 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 up. A major. See that? Okay. And this buying time technique you can do on really any key chord change. So it doesn't matter whether you're going from D to G or from A minor to C minor, it will work, okay? So now that we've done it on E to A, let's try to do it on D to A. So starting off on a D major, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And I'm over exaggerating now with my left hand, just so you can see how I'm really releasing it. And then I have time, so I went to E there. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. See that? Okay. All right. So now that you've practiced it with E major to A major and D major to A major, guess what we're going to do? Can you guess? I bet you can. We are going to be going from D major to A major. Can you guess it? To E major, of course, our third exercise that we did. And now, last but not least, A major. Okay, so D, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, 2, 3, 4, 5, E, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, 2, 3, 4, 5, down, 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 up, A, down, 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 up, E, down, 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 up, A. Okay. You can do it. Alrighty. So again, give yourself time. Don't be frustrated if it doesn't sound perfect at the beginning. Just play through it. Always play through any imperfection. It will start to work. I always tell my students to think of a baby. If you have a baby or you spend time with babies, you know they can't walk perfectly, but that doesn't stop them from falling on their face 1,000,000 times a day. Okay? And you have to have that same baby mentality where it's not working, but you just don't care. You just go straight through it. Okay? No matter how it might sound or feel or whatever, just bulldozer through that, and then it will work in time. I promise you that. There's a guarantee that if you stick to it, and again, daily practice would be great if you can do it, and it will work. Okay. So now let's do that same exercise with G major going to D major. So are you ready? We're starting off on G and we're going down, 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 up, down. And now again, I'm still leaving that anchor there. So that's my anchor finger. I'm going down, 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 up, down. And if you can't do the anchor thing, if this finger just has to jump up in the air when you switch from G to D, don't worry, it will still work. So you can go G, down, 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 up. See, I totally released, and then grab that D. Okay. G, 3, 4, 5. Okay. For me, it's really, really easy at this point, and it will become easy for you too. It might even be easy for you now. But if not, don't worry. Take your time, lift your hand up in the air, and then grab that D major. Okay? Okay, so that's G to D. Let's do A minor to C now. And then we're going to end this lesson and move on to another one. Okay? So A minor, down, down to C. And now the cool thing with A minor to C is that you can do that upstroke and these two fingers stay here. So that's really cool. So again, A minor, down, 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 up, C, down, 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 up, A minor, down, 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 up, C, down, 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 up, A minor, down, 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 up, C. Okay. All right. So one little trick that I want to give to you now here at the end is that with all the 5-string chords, what you're going to want to do is have your thumb over the fretboard of the guitar, okay? And what you can do is, actually you're always going to want to have your thumb kind of up here like this. So not back here, you're going to have it up here like that. So with the 5-string chords, where we always have a muted out string, what you can do is you can have your thumb just lightly touching the 6th string. You see that? And then what that's going to do is allow me to, even if I accidentally hit the 6th string, it won't ring. See, now it's ringing. If I gently touch it, it's not ringing anymore. Okay? So down, 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 down. And I'm still aiming for only 5 strings with my right hand. But again, if you do accidentally hit that 6th string, it's not bad. Don't worry about it. And as a just extra security with your thumb, if you just gently touch it, same with C major, if you just gently touch it, it will mute it out. With D major, it's a little bit more tricky because you have the 6th and the 5th string to mute out. So with the D major, still touch the 6th string, but you don't need to try to get the 5th string as well, okay? Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. And again, if you accidentally have the 6th string ringing on those chords where they're not supposed to, it's not that bad. It doesn't sound bad. So don't give yourself a hard time about that either. Okay, so I hope this is all making sense and you're making progress and it's feeling good. And yeah, that's about that for now. Let's get into the next lesson. All right, I will see you there. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so how are you doing so far? I hope that you are starting to feel more and more comfortable switching through these chords, and that also that first strumming pattern I showed you is really starting to feel good. So now what we're going to do in the next couple of lessons is learn a couple more strumming patterns and apply them to simple chord progressions. And then what we're going to be doing is I'm actually going to be walking you through the process of actually learning songs and singing along to them, okay? But before we do that, I really want you to, instead of focusing on songs and have your mental capacity be going towards lyrics and what to sing and opening your mouth and playing the whole time, I really want you now, still in these beginner phases, to really still focus on chord changes and strumming between those chord changes, okay? So just so you know the reason why we're not playing songs yet, because I know a lot of people are anxious to play songs right away. And songs are coming, okay? But I just wanted to kind of say that. So here's another strumming pattern now for you. And it's going to be going like this. We are going to be playing, I'm going to start off on the E major chord. And we're going to start off by practicing just between E major and A major. Now, I'm not going to be putting the chords in the screen anymore because I hope that you kind of remember them by now. If you don't, again, you have that PDF with the chords in it, so I hope that you've printed that out by now and you have them somewhere close by as we practice. All right, so we're starting off on E major, and now what we're going to be doing is a new strumming pattern again. So this time we're going to be playing this. So it's going to sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now you might be thinking to yourself, it's the same as the one that we already learned, but it's not. Because now, after that first down, I'm leaving quite a bit of space. So I'm going down, 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 up, down, down, down. You see that? Down, 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 up. Okay? Before we were going down, 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 up. So it's still the same amounts of downs, 3 times down, 1 time up, but now we're kind of changing the rhythmical characteristic of the strumming pattern. So we are changing just the vibe and the feeling of the entire thing, okay? And I'm not going to get into counting now because I just want you to focus on the audio, what you're hearing, and not getting into your left brain and analyzing everything. So really use your ears and try to really listen to how it sounds. So let's do it again. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay, so now hopefully you have that strumming pattern working for you. And now guess what we're going to do? We are going to be taking that strumming pattern and we're going to be switching from E major to A major back and forth. Okay, so our old exercise that we've already been doing, of course, we're going to do it again now with this strumming pattern. And again, on that last upstroke, as I already taught you, we can buy time again. So we're going to be going down, 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 up. And on that last up, my left hand is in the air, getting ready to get to that A major chord, okay? So let's do it. Down, 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 up, down. I switch to the A, E, down, down, up, A, down, down, up, E, down, down, up, A, down, down, up. And again, notice how I'm lifting off. See, I'm totally off. See that? And try to play along with me, of course. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And again, we're still just using our thumb to strum. Just because I want you to have the most simple, easy experience now that we're learning these new things. Then once that becomes kind of second nature and it kind of enters your system, it'll be much easier then to start playing with a pick or to start doing kind of like using your fingernails to get those notes out. Okay, so just so you know why we're still not using a pick and why we are still just using our thumb. Okay? Okay, so now let's do another one. And this one, of course, is going to be our other old friend, D going to A. So we're going to be starting off on D major, going down, down, down up to A, down, down up D, down, down up A, down, down up D, down, down up A. See that? And if you need to, slow it down a little bit. I'll actually slow it down now. So starting off on D, down, 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 up, 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 down. See that? Okay. D, down, down, up, A, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, A, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, A. Okay. So let's do one more, which is going to be, again, our old friend, G to D. All right? And then we're going to move on to another strumming pattern and do the same thing with these same chords. Now, you might be thinking, why does he keep making me play these same chords over and over again? And the reason is that these chords are chords that are used in literally thousands of songs. So once you get these exercises down that we are slowly walking through together, without knowing it consciously, you are learning songs. Okay, so right now you're learning songs, it's just that you don't know it yet. Okay? Once we add lyrics, and we're going to add lyrics, you will see, oh my God, I've actually been playing songs the whole time, but I just don't want you thinking about that yet. I just want to keep your mental capacity, just like a computer, it only has so much that it can focus on. I want you for now to be focusing just on simple things, and then you're going to all of a sudden see, oh my God, he's been putting these little puzzles together, and then you're going to see the big picture all of a sudden, okay? So just stick with me, know that we are doing a process here, and I'm slowly just adding in little puzzle pieces for you. And then it's going to just make sense. Okay, so G major going to D. Okay, let's do it. So down, 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 up D, down, down, up G, down, down, up D, down, down, up G, down, down, up D, down, down, up G. See that? G, down, down, up D, down, down, up G, down, down, up D. Okay. And now a good thing to do would also be A minor to C. Let's just do that together quickly too. All right? So starting off on A minor, down, 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 up C, down, down, up A minor, down, down, up C, down, down, up A minor, down, down, up C, down, down, up A minor. Okay. Okay, so I hope that these exercises are starting to really flow for you, and that they're starting to really become more and more automatic. And that as we add these strumming patterns, you're able to switch fast enough and make the necessary changes on time, okay? And that it's not feeling too frustrating for you. Okay, so now let's get into the next lesson where we're going to be learning a new strumming pattern and using some of these same chords, and we might be mixing it up a little bit now just so you do slightly different combinations as well. Okay, I'll see you in the next lesson. See you there. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so how have you been doing so far? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you've been enjoying this course, I'll ask you one last time. I'd love it if you could take 2 seconds to leave a quick review just so that other people in search of learning the guitar know that they will learn it in this course. And hopefully that's what's been happening to you. Okay, so let's get into it now. What we are going to be doing now is our first strumming pattern that has 2 ups in a row. So until now, we've only been doing 1 up, and then we've been going back to our downs. But now we're going to have 2 ups in a row. And that can be a little bit challenging if you've never done it before, and I guess you haven't since you started this course. So let's get right into it. I'm going to break it down for you really slowly. Again, we're only going to be using our thumb just so it all just flows more easily. So starting off just on an E major now, and we're going to be going down, down, up, up. See that? So it's down, down, up, up. And then we're going to end it off with the down, up. Okay, so really slowly. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And what you can also do is take your left hand and just gently place it on top of the strings without applying pressure. So I'm literally taking my hand and I'm just touching the strings so that they can't ring. Okay, we want them to be muted. It's not like normally when we want to have the notes ringing, it's the opposite now. So now we're trying to mute them. And that's just going to allow us to hear that pure strumming sound without needing to have our left hand kind of be in pain here while we're practicing it, okay? So just take your left hand, place it on the strings, and we're going to be doing it again together. So starting off on a downstroke, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down. Now just really listen to it. You can hear how the upstrokes sound different than the downstrokes. Hear that? Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. Okay, so now we're going to be applying this to our, first of all, very simple chord progressions, and then we're going to be making the chord progressions a little bit more interesting. So we're just going to be doing our E major to A major for now, okay? All right, let's try to do it. So starting off on E major, down, down, up, up, down, up. Play it 2 times. To the A major, down, up, 2 times. Back to E, down, up, up, down. And again, on that last up, my left hand is in the air, moving to the next chord. So really slowly, down, down, up, up, down, up. See that? Okay, except we're going to be playing it 2 times and not once. So starting off again on E major, we're going to be playing that same pattern twice before we switch chords, okay? Are you ready? Okay, let's do it. Starting off on E major. Down, down, up, up, 2 times. Down, down, up, up, down, up. A major, down, up, up, down, up, down, down. Back to E. Down, down, up, up, down, up. A, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, to the E, down, up, up, down, up. Back to A, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, E. To the A. So even now I missed a little bit. After so many years. Okay, so how does that feel so far? If it's still a little bit tricky for you to even get that strumming pattern going, don't be frustrated. Give yourself a day or two or three, or as long as you need. Just keep coming back to it. And again, if the strumming pattern is still hard with those two ups in a row, some people really struggle, so don't give yourself a hard time. Practice it again with your left hand, just holding down the strings, so that you don't, first of all, have pain in your fingers, and again, second of all, so that you can really just have your mental focus be going towards your right hand, okay? So you're really just focusing now on the down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And this is a strumming pattern that works really on so many songs, and you'll see that. We're going to be learning songs, so you're going to be seeing that as well. So again, now we're going to do D major to A major. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Down, down, up, down, down, up, to the A, down, down, up. Two times each. D, down, up, down, up, to the A. Again, I'm releasing my fingers on that last upstroke, buying me time. We're always doing that, okay? Don't forget that we're always doing that. Okay, so I just want to say that just to make sure. Okay, so D major. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, A major. Back to the D, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up. Okay, D, down, up, down, up. Okay. All right. So now let's try to do it with the D to the A to the E to the A. So now we're going to twist it up a little bit, and I'm only going to be playing it once on each chord. So we're going to be playing the down, down, up, down, up on each chord only once instead of twice. And this is just to get your brain kind of used to different combinations, because that's exactly what's going to happen once we start to learn songs. Okay, so just give yourself time. If it doesn't work the first time, don't give up. It will work. You've come this far, right? Okay, starting off on D major, going to A major, going to E major, going to A major. Okay, all right. Starting off on the D. Down, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, E, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, E. Really listen to how that sounds. Down, up, E, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, E. Okay. One more time. A, E, to the A. Alrighty. So now I'm going to have to bother you with this one last time. G major to D, okay? Starting off on the G, and now again we're going to be playing it twice. So we're going to be doing 2 times G, 2 times A. All right? So starting off on G major, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up.